What's up? You're listening and watching Boss Shit Gossip. I have no other than the one other than Grip Guns. And on the show today, and we're going to go into a lot of different projects that he's been involved in to let everybody know what he's doing so you can probably shop with Grip. Man, what's up? How you doing? Long time no see.
How you doing? Long time. How you been?
Yeah, great. You know, as you guys all know, if you haven't, he produced a few of my tracks. One is called In Love with the G's. You can right now go see on YouTube and multiple other various platforms. But this man has grown a lot in other expertises that he's tapped into. So I hear that you have been doing a lot of video things and scoring. Let's talk about these great things.
Yeah, I've scored a few movies. Did the Tony Gwynn story, which is he played for the San Diego Padres. He's a Hall of Famer.
Nice.
And so I did that documentary. Scheduled to do a lot of other movies. Scoring is different from background music. You have like background music is just like somebody's track is played during that time, but scoring is like actually creating the atmosphere of the track, you know what I'm saying? So it's a different craft of music. It's a totally different craft of music.
How did you get into that?
Actually, a guy that used to manage me, that introduced me to the Outlaws, introduced me to a lot of celebrities, man. I knew a lot of celebrities through this guy, and his name is Theron Parker. I'm gonna shout him out. Shouts out to Theron Parker. And well, he introduced me to. He told me, he said, "Man, you're a producer. I think you could be a scorer because a lot of your tracks sounds real orchestrated and sound like a soundtrack sometimes." So I was like, I'll give it a try. What is it? I mean, after I'm talking about dozens of failures. Like he would give me footage to score, and I'll be like, and I'll put this little hot ass track on there, and it's all loud, and I ain't giving the actors a chance to act. I'm like overpowering the whole track. It's like it was sounding like a music video, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, that's garbage, it's trash. He's hard. He's from the old school, so it's a new era of people like. If they try to produce a person, like I have to talk a different way with producing, and then I get back to what I'm saying. You have to, when you talk to people, you can't go, oh, you sound like shit, you can't sing, you can't do that like back in the day. That's back in the day stuff. People are shut down on you, and you might have a potential star on your hands, so you gotta kind of like encourage them to redirect their thinking, so it's a different thing. So this guy came at me raw, hard core. He gave it to me raw. Man, that shit's hard. That's just bullshit, man. Maybe you can't do it, man. Maybe you was like fucking with me, fucking with my ego, everything. So I was like, it's nothing I can't do. I'm invincible. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing I can't accomplish. I'm not scared of anything. Only thing is different. It's just something different. There's nothing hard about it. Boom. So he said, listen, watch movies, look at them, see when the music come in, do that. And I did that. And I started studying it. And then and then he hit me with one. He said, oh, now that's what I'm talking about, bro.
Oh, yes.
That's what I'm talking about. So it took it from there. Then I ended up getting this program that shit cost me hella money to get. And I'm now I'm well endowed. I can do any movie. I can do iRobot 2, nigga, Star Wars. I don't care what's going on. I can do any of that. But anyway, that's nothing about that. That's what I'm doing, movie stories. I got background music on TV shows.
What are some of the shows that you have background music on?
I had stuff on NBA Action with Ahmad Rashad, the Storage Wars. I'm always on Storage Wars. What was it called? Hip Hop Wives. So that was on the A&E channel.
Yeah.
A lot of MTV, VH1s when they used to have their shows. In between the shows, and some of those background music was my music. I had a couple of wrestlers came out to it. Don't have me call them out because I don't know, but it's a couple of wrestlers came out to my tracks and stuff like that. So and that was another reason why he thought I could do it, because I had background music. I was a background music for commercials and different TV shows. So he was like, you do production, plus you doing a big, I think you could score. So when like I said, then that's where we get now, and here we are now. So when the baseball season comes out, when the new season starts in 26, that's when everything changes for me as far as I'm like full-fledged scoring, and it's like that's when the movie comes out. That's when everything comes to full circle, it's full fruition. What I even envisioned and set a mark for, because there's nothing I can't accomplish.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So I know that you also back in the day was an artist first before you start entering all these crafts. Let's talk about this journey of you. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I started. I'm gonna give you this quick story. I had a group when I was younger. We was in like high school, like freshman, freshman, sophomore high school, and we had a group. Well, my friend had a rap group, and he was like, man, and we rap. And I was like, I don't care about that rapping stuff, man. It's all good, man. Boom, boom, boom. But I knew how to play pianos and I play drums and bass. So he was just like, man, we need to make some music to some of this stuff we got. So I started off making music for the dude, and then I started doing. I had called him one day, and I had this little effect on my voice, and I called him and asked him his name. He said, "Who is this? Man, who is this?" And he was like, and I told him who it was. He said, "Man, you gotta be in my group. I'll write your raps for you." I said, "All right." So he wrote one rap for me, and then I said, "Man, I think I can write y'all like this." It's like that. And so there was another guy in the group. He never showed up, so I used to write his raps for him. So I did. Then I started. At first, I wasn't the rapper. I wasn't gonna be a rapper. So I wasn't doing a lot of the raps that he was writing for me. I was just doing them. We ain't keeping that song. So I was just one rapper. I just do the music, because I wasn't trying to be no rapper. But I like writing. So I started writing for the other guy that didn't know how to write no raps. I started writing for him. When I wrote for him, I did the ghost writing for him. I did the scratch vocals for him. They put me in the group. He said, "No, man, you ain't gonna have him do this for you. You gonna do this for you. You gonna keep your vocals on here. We're gonna keep it on here." And we ended up being a group. We was signed to the same management, LA Babyface, and them was signed to, it's called H&H Management. Back in the day, they was out of Columbus, Ohio. And that was ancient history, a long time ago, but that's how it kind of started. And then we had a group that we had a song on the radio. We was in high school, we had a song on the radio. They wouldn't let us in any contest because they said it's unfair because y'all professionals.
Oh, wow.
Y'all doing concerts. And then y'all gonna come and try to win these rap battles, you know what I'm saying, for $500.
Right.
Oh, man. Y'all not allowed to be in it.
Some
Be
time.
like, why you can't be in the shows? Be like, no, because you know y'all gonna win. Y'all professional. Y'all got a song on the radio. Y'all automatically won. So you know. And so we couldn't get in concerts. So we said, we really stepped it up. So we ended up opening up major concerts. We did tour. This is when I was younger. When I got older, I was supposed to do a solo career, and I ended up getting with my dude 211. Shouts to 211, and Darnell Roger, D Nails, Wolfpack. You know what I'm saying? These cats, they had a group called the 2Gs, and I was doing that produce. This is when I was just kind of producing, but I still was rapping. I rapped with this guy named Sweet and Low. He called his name Timothy Perkins, Sweet and Low. He had to deal with Ichiban, which was a big label back then that had MC Breed, a few other artists out there that made some noise in the game back in the day. Boom. So we end up performing with, opening up for a lot of these acts, man. All the way to MC Hammer, Kid Play. I ain't even gonna shit you.
That sounds amazing how it was
Real
back
shit.
then. Back then, I feel like it was so much energy, good performance.
CT. Man, it was kind of crazy. Raw bass.
Oh, yes.
Like,
sounds
I'm like,
very exciting.
Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about real weird shit, like in the hotels, having ice fights, running out the hallway, having ice fights, because we still kids in mind, like we don't know what the fuck what's going on. And this motherfucker paying us 40 ounces to eat. We getting robbed. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. You live and learn. And maybe he wasn't making no money. Maybe that's why he ain't getting no more. Because at the end of the day, I still shouts out to Tricky, Rick Robinson, because he managed us at the time, that group. I was just talking about that, did the Hammer and all that. Shouts out to Rick Robinson, Tricky, man. That I did learn a lot. No matter what's going on, that man did not have to invest his time and money into us, these young guys, that he didn't have to do that at all. He could have been a playboy. This man had BMWs and fucking, this brother had a fly life. player. You know what I'm saying? To the point where I knew I had to live like that. There's no way in the world I can't be saucy. I got to be saucy. That's how that man, you know, he introduced me to a whole different world of luxury. You know what I'm saying? So I learned a lot from him. I learned what not to do in the business too as well. You know, so it was a good. I can't never say anything negative about that brother at all. But anyway, as time go on, anyway, I supposedly did a solo career. I had a group called The Hemp, and we had a hemp cola. We had everything. We had sponsorship from High Time magazine. This cola, it was called Hemp Cola. And they named it after us, and we was the spokesman and the sponsor and ambassador, as you will, for that shit. So we was. Man, as a matter of fact, DJ Lightning, shouts out to DJ Lightning Rod, much help pick, man. You know, DJ Dub Jam, DJ Wonder Spark, you know, back in the day, that's the man, you know what I'm saying? I was MC Mars and all this crazy shit, you know. So, you know, I'm just keeping it real. Like I could really do it'll be an interesting journey if I did a movie about what I went through with this music. But to cut to the chase, I got to the point in my life where I enjoyed more producing than performing. And even now, I was good at performing. And I never lost a rap battle. Not for money, not for money. I never lost a rap battle for money. I've lost a rap battle on the streets because if the niggas, all the niggas, you got 25 of your niggas, I got 3 of my niggas. 25 niggas that with the whack rap, nigga, he won. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. That's it. And that happened one time, I think. But other than that, that's neither here nor there. I end up, I knew the Rude Boys. They had this song called Written All Over Your Face. We was dealing with Gerald Levert.
Okay. And
those cats taught us how to record, really literally how to record. The cats over there at GetAGripProductions with Gerald Levert and the Levert group. My god brother, his name is Tony Edwin Nicholas. Shouts out to Tiger Nicholas. He did Practice What You Preach, ABC 1, 2, 3. I Don't Want to Be a Player No More. That boy is a bad motherfucker, man. And he went to DeVilbiss High School. Shouts out to DeVilbiss. He went to DeVilbiss High School, Toledo, Ohio. That was a Toledo nigga that did that. You feel me? Like we had some hitters that came out this time but didn't get the recognition that they were supposed to get. But that's neither here nor there. They didn't care about that. They just cared. They knew. They was happy with what they're accomplishing.
Didn't you make the beat on Supply?
Yeah, yes. So, I got on. Let me get closer. I'm giving y'all autobiography, damn it.
Might as well. We have time.
But real talk, though. I end up, as far as getting to I'm So Fly, that's what I was getting to. I went to see Joe Little. Joe Little went solo for the Rude Boys. He had this big deal, I don't know, with the whole, it might have been Universal, might have been Sony, I don't know, but it was a big major deal. And he had his own company, his home production company, but it was still at Travel Building. So we went up there with Cleveland, me and 211, we was the Hemp. And he was like, man, look, I'm gonna keep it a buck, Grip. I would prefer you just make the beats and you can mash on tracks, but your man's, he cool. I think he could be an artist. I said, bad. So I actually kind of put the mic up from that, which I didn't have to, but I just did. Because I said, if he's seen that, that's what I reflected out, that's what I projected out, that's what he reflected back. So I must be that, it must be cool. So I didn't trip on that. So I was like, cool, that's good advice. Like I said, shouts out to Joe Little III from the Rude Boys. Boom, so anyway, I end up I've been knowing Pork for a long time. Pork from Bubble Up, shouts out to Pork. Shouts out to CJ Mack. Shouts out to definitely my nigga Ray Stone and LC. Bling Bling Kane. And Bob C. Bob C and LC, that was a badass group too. But anyway, I ended up already knowing Pork through this other guy named Kelsey. That's a whole nother story, and that will be hours in this shit. But a guy named Kelsey introduced me to it, and Pork was, when I first met Pork was a young, long-haired, pretty boy nigga that had swag. No, he wasn't no punk like pretty boy nigga. He was like one of them, like, yeah, shit, nigga, I'm a real dude too, nigga. So he knew how to do beats, he knew how to sing and rap. So it was like, back then everybody was trying to find some kind of gimmick to do his thing, but that nigga could rap his ass off, and he could have some singing skills, and he knew how to make beats. He had his own drum machines and everything. Nice. Anyway, he said, Grip, I know I always loved your beats. come over here and let us hear some of your beats. We buying beats. Oh, went over there. I ended up being a part of that shit because we made that out so fly. CJ, Ray Stone, Port came over my house. I stayed on Vance. That history got made in that basement. I had my equipment in my basement, and I was playing that. We came up with Ray Stone had the hook. That's what did it. Ray Stone hook, and we built off the hook. Me and CJ built off that hook, and we did it, and we rocked that bitch. You know what I'm saying? CJ did that nasty thumping ass bass line. My nigga, that's my nigga. Shouts out to CJ Mack again. That's my dog. That nigga should be a mega star. That's a powerhouse talent there, brother. That's a powerhouse talent, brother. CJ Mack, don't sleep on CJ, y'all. CJ is a powerhouse talent. Don't sleep on this lady right here. She's a powerhouse talent. She plays guitars, piano. Like a lot of you don't know that because she gets her beats from other people. She plays piano, guitars. She's a vocalist. She's a vocal coach. She's all that. And she's a writer. And she can write. She writes all her own material.
Own business.
Oh, and own business.
This is
not
about me right now.
So I just want to give everybody their flowers, man.
Thany you so much.
I'm just giving everybody their flowers,
With
man.
this platform, I try to give people
know.
their flowers to talk about their careers and to come on here and to let people know what you do and talk about your brand and everything that you do. Because I know you're doing a lot of things right now.
We did the I'm So Fly. I'm So Fly was a great. I think it's one of the coldest records that ever hit Toledo. And I love it. And a lot of other records do. That was dope as hell. That's classics. Don't get it twisted. That I'm So Fly was not the only one. I'm proud of it because I'm a part of it. My name, my face card on it, and that's what it is. And you can play that record today, and everybody will still like it. But later for that, I went on. I advanced my thing. I got signed to a label called Dirty Water Music Group, which had a Empire distribute. They had a platform on Empire, so it was an independent label, but it was a major independent. So they had me working with a lot of artists. I worked with Mo3, working with them. Shouts out to Big J, Sheik Williams. Mad shouts out to them. I learned so much from them. Troy Marshall. Praise you, brother. Man, I learned so much from you guys, and I appreciate you guys. You guys are like, you embraced me like a family as far as on this music, man. I really appreciate y'all. You know, took me into your mansion and man, I felt like I was at home. You know, and I appreciate you guys, and thank you for the opportunity of being on your label.
We was in the Life Jennings mansion.
Yeah, Life Jennings, man. But like at the end of the day, that's another thing. I worked with Light too. That's my boy. Me and Light did some stuff together. I did that.
That song you did with J Rush, because I believe we were both in that writing session.
Yeah.
And
I
they
did a song. They called it "Keep It On." Yeah, that song is fire too.
Yes.
That song is fire. Like man, that song is fire. Them boys is bad. And now that's the shouts out to For Real, Light Jeans, and J Rush real quick. Got a shouts out to them. Them boys is bad too. And I love them brothers. This is my brothers right there, man. Them boys always embrace me like a brother. It's always been good. We've been knowing each other for eons, man. For years, man. Literally years, man. Literally seeing each other as kids and grew up. Literally. That's just what I can take it from. Just like that. My family know their family know my family. It's all good, everything good. God is love, love is God. Period. Anyway, so next phase of my life, I was doing videos years ago. People didn't know that. I did skits.
Yeah, I saw one. It was hilarious.
And I shouts out to Shauna D, Inez Film, you know, which I'm a part of. Inez James Film. Her grandmother's name is Inez. My granddad's name is James. Inez James Films, and we have a film company together, LLC. Shouts out to Shauna D with that. Can't wait to get back to work. We got to get back to work. You know what I'm saying? Get that TV show back on. But I've been doing that, and also I was doing music videos too, long before the anybody's, and I just didn't get to it because I couldn't I couldn't keep a good camera. That's what it was. Something happened with that camera, you know, and so it took my interest off, and I was down in Dallas, Texas. I was in LA dealing with the label I was with. So I had kind of fell off from that period because they had cats down there that was doing circles around me with that shit. So I used to start learning from them niggas, you know what I'm saying? But these cats had, you know, the whole full complex. I dealt with Mo 3 before, now dealing with them, Sauce Walker, Bugatti Casino, all the casinos, CJ Casino down in Texas. I dealt with them. Shouts out to all that. Just from dealing with dirty water, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's nothing compared. Money Bo, the dude that used to be, he used to play for Kansas City. Dwayne Bo, formerly known as Dwayne. He's still Dwayne Bo, you know what I'm saying? He was a receiver, cold receiver, you know, Hall of Famer. And he got this big ass island in Florida. This boy's bad, man. You know what I'm saying? I dealt with him. I was able to get privileged to meet these people and work with them in the studio, record them. You know what I'm saying? They performed off my tracks. You know what I'm saying? It's just those amazing things. Little Ronnie, Mother F. This other guy named Norm T, which Norm T is very popular in the Southwest. Norm T, that producer. Man, you know, the list goes on, man.
I bet. That sounds like a very long list. So, of the present of now, I hear that you're tapping a lot more into your filming. Seems like you got another camera that's working very well for you. You've done some projects recently. Yeah. I believe you did something with Wayne Wallace.
I did something with Wayne Wallace. Wayne filmed that, though, actually. But I definitely put my input in it. But that was Wayne's work, and it's good. He did a great work, you know. And the beauty of that, what's amazing about that movie, no matter what anybody want to say about that, we freestyled the entire thing.
Freestyle.
There was not one. Only thing we shout out to the artist, to the actress, was this is the scenario, go. And everybody was able to improv what they wanted to say. You know, it was very rare that we had to be like, okay, do that again. You know, it was certain days, but it was still all in fun. It was still fun. But at the same time, it was, man, you'd be surprised. People start stepping it up. It was a real great experience. Shouts out to Wayne Wallace on that. But I'm also did the scoring on that, and I'm scoring movies. Any independent filmmakers, if you need a scoring, I got you. Let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm really ready to work with whoever. Whatever you want to do, let's get it. We can work it out anyway. Back end, front end, top end, whatever you want to do. Let's just make some history. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm with it. Let me know. Grip Guns on Facebook. Grip _guns on Instagram. Wherever. Get at me, brother. I got you. Yes. I got your back.
And you guys heard it right here from Boss to Gossip. Book him for media, scoring. He's still recording artists and making beats as well. Yeah. If you need your projects put together, you want to sit down and have a consultation, reach out to him on his social media. If you'd like to come on my show, talk about your brand, this will be on the radio. On the radio for iHeart, Live 365, and Apple Music every single Sunday. So check me out, okay, you guys? And thank you so much for coming on the show, Grip. Holla at your girl, holla at your boy, Treasure Peace. Deuces.